Mastering the art of travel the to-go Rome way. This is going to be a lot of fun because it's mainly the things we've got wrong.
Yeah.
As it's going to be fun, and we're only a week before Christmas, Sarah, time for a drink.
Sounds good.
What do you like?
I'll have a beer.
Beer.
Oh, that rosé beer.
Oh,
Try that.
The one we got for free.
Yes. Freebie.
Anyone ever heard of 1664 rosé?
Haven't tried it. It's probably really sweet. Nice.
Sarah, what was the first thing that we basically got wrong that enabled us to start mastering this art of travel?
We were scared of Mexico City.
Yeah.
We actually didn't leave our hotel room for the first night. We got a grab from the airport and got taken to the hotel. We stayed there, and what did we do?
We downloaded, I think it was the Domino's app, and we ordered a Domino's pizza. And then when I knew the man was outside delivering it, I went scurrying down, grabbed this pizza from him, went back up to our room, didn't even go to the rest of the hotel, in case anything bad could happen to us. And then in the morning, we spent a good half an hour on Google Maps on our phone, working out a route from our hotel to where the big red bus tours go from.
We made sure it was all main roads, and I think one park, but we made sure it was a big
park, a family park that took us to where the buses pick you up. And then when you get on a bus, you're safe, aren't you?
I think we went around twice, didn't we?
Yeah, of course we did. Because then we felt like seasoned travellers. The first thing is then probably, it's a good idea. Start safe and build upon it. By the end of the week, we were living like locals.
Yeah, we were.
There was, on a Sunday in Mexico City, there's a road called La Reforma. And they close a whole road for Sunday for families basically to get out and have a bit of fitness. So do you remember?
Yeah, we went and got the bikes. We didn't know how the bikes worked. Everything was in Spanish.
There was this thing on the side of the road, a terminal next to the bikes, and I saw one guy roll along and he tapped a load of stuff in and a bike released and off he went. So I tried the same thing. The whole thing, as Sarah says, is in Spanish. Half of the text was off screen.
It's missing,
But we managed to rent two bikes and cycle our way down the
mixing
Reforma.
with the locals.
And we felt, this is what Mexico's all about. Yeah, we do this all the time. Yeah, this is what we do.
And funny enough, that's one thing we recommend to anyone going to Mexico City. Make sure you do that.
Go to La Reforma on a Sunday. It's brilliant. Actually, a lot of cities seem to do something similar.
Yeah.
We're in Kuala Lumpur at the moment, and they shut a road not far from us where you can do the same thing.
Too early.
Yeah,
they do it at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. They should. That's not good. So we haven't quite made it to that.
2 hours, I think they do it for.
Yeah, we've retired. We don't get up at 7 a.m.
And moving on from Mexico City, we went to Querétaro.
We did.
And we learnt there that we need to be more confident with ourselves.
And more confident with other people as well. So, funny thing happened there. It's a funny thing happens just about everywhere we go, to be honest. But we stayed in an Airbnb. There was a housekeeper that was looking after everything for us and for the other apartments in the block, called Evelyn. Lovely lady. Little challenge we had with Evelyn, though, is she spoke Spanish, and we didn't speak any Spanish at all at this point. We've learned a bit since then. We wanted to get some washing done.
We wanted laundry done every week, and we had the same experience every week.
Yeah, but what she did is she came into our apartment one day, and she's talking to Sarah in Spanish, going in Spanish, and Sarah's going, I don't understand. So Evelyn looked at me and she's going, oh.
It's because you were nodding.
Yeah, what I was doing was going, yeah, yeah. So then Evelyn thought to herself, I'm not talking to that idiot anymore. I'll talk to this guy because he speaks and understands perfect Spanish. So for the whole time that we were in Querétaro, which was a month, Evelyn spoke to me constantly, and because I already started by going, yeah.
You just had to follow through.
I had to follow through with it. And it was only as we left Querétaro and we were waiting for our car to arrive to collect us that Evelyn came out and she decided to have a bit of a chat with us. Which was quite awkward because I didn't speak any Spanish. But I came up with a great idea. Pull out Google Translate, and there's a button on there where you can both speak into it.
Yeah.
So we spoke into it, she spoke into it, and we had a conversation. And actually, Evelyn was amazing. Yeah, and as our car pulled up, she was in tears. Yeah. She was so sad that we were leaving. But that actually is a bit of a theme you'll find as we go through this. Certainly in Mexico, tears comes easy when you're in Mexico. The next one is travelling in this digital age as we do is great because we can use things like Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups to meet people as we travel, but you've got to look beyond that. When we were in San Miguel de Ande, we wanted to try some authentic mezcal. And we could see in the town centre there were bars and cafes where, you know, it's on the menu that you can do it. But we wanted to see if we could
understand a bit, didn't we?
Yeah,
and
do
where it came from.
a real tasting about it. And we saw that way on the outskirts of San Miguel de Ande is a place called Mezcal Art. So we went there, and what an experience.
Yeah.
In fact, we made a video about it. The great thing about this experience is we met a guy called Raphael who owns the place, and he took us under his wing. You wouldn't meet a nicer person. And the next time we're in San Miguel de Ande, the first trip we're going to do, we're heading straight to Mezcal Art.
But there's also Bananas as well. That was another, it's a bar, and it's actually mainly an expat bar, but it's run by, it's co-owned by an Australian and Mexican couple.
Yeah, that's right.
So we met a lot of people there. That was great fun, and again we made really good friends and people that we know we can walk into that bar again and it'd be like we haven't been away.
Pick up those relationships. It was like a network, you know. So once we met some of the guys from Bananas, they introduced us to other people. So we were in San Miguel for 2 months and we made so many friends. In fact, one day I was walking down the street making a video. So I'm talking into a camera, walking along like this, and there were 2 guys walking up the road, passing me, who were English. Not a lot of English people in San Miguel de Ande or in Mexico, really. So we stopped, had a quick chat. A day later, Sarah and I were in a bar having a few too many drinks with those guys, and then through them, we went to a coffee shop and we met a German guy who's in a band, and he introduced us to, or he invited us to a gig that he had, and as he was talking to us about that, there was a Canadian couple we started talking to, and they said, we'll come as well. So we got this whole network of people when we go back to San Miguel that we can't wait to pick up those relationships with. So you do have these groups, these online groups, but get offline. Really, the big answer to everything we've learned about travel comes with a smile. As long as you're smiling and open to other people, you get great experiences.
And moving on from that, we also learned to be spontaneous.
Yeah, spontaneous in our
when we meet people.
So is there something you're thinking of specifically?
Yeah, when we were leaving Guanajuato on the bus. We were in that small bus station. It was only us and this Mexican family, well, the daughter, mother and grandmother. And the daughter was trying to listen to our conversation. And
I think the thing about our conversation is it was clear that we were having fun. We were having a laugh with each other in English, and she was overhearing
she wasn't like listening as in being nosy, but she was trying to obviously pick up what we were saying. And then she talked to her mum a little bit and then came over and said something, didn't she?
Yeah.
She was such a lovely girl. She was only 12 and she was saying that she wanted to learn English and she tries to watch films and things.
Yeah.
And it was great that we could help her out a little bit with a few words.
Yeah, and the wonderful thing was, it was clear as we were talking to her that she was almost pinching herself that she's having a conversation with two people from England in English. As we were talking, looked to the side and could see the mother was starting to well up. She was so proud of her daughter. And the bus that we were getting on was actually the bus that was dropping that woman's husband off. Yeah. So when he got off the bus, they all came together. They're all hugging us. We have photographs taken.
She wouldn't let me go. She
the grandmother and mother were in tears. The husband, I think, was going, I don't know who these people are, but I'll stand here for a photograph. It was great. And the point is, just be spontaneous. And if someone starts talking to you, see it as an opportunity. You know, do your risk management around it as well. But it could well be an opportunity to make another friend or make another person's day.
Yes.
And that's always good to do, isn't it? We've learned that there are some serious red lines when it comes to accommodation. Now, when we first started travelling, we had some general views about what we would like in our accommodation, what we wouldn't like. When we got to Athens, it really firmed up, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. We walked through the apartment door in Athens and I just instantly knew this apartment wasn't for me. It was just dark, and there was nothing wrong with the photographs. They were actually spot on.
Yeah.
But it was just dark. I just looked at you. I think you saw my face and just.
Yeah, I was struggling at this point because I'm thinking, as Sarah said, the photos were representative of the apartment, but in some ways it's more about the photos they didn't take. So the bathroom didn't have any windows, but was very, very old. The shower, actually I remember turning the shower on the first time we both started laughing, because turn the shower on, there's water going everywhere, but in the bath, which the shower was over. We booked this apartment for a month over Christmas, so already you're paying a premium. And then Sarah's looking at me like, we got to get out of here. I'm thinking, if we do that, I'm not going to complain to Airbnb about this apartment because it is representative of what they said it was. It's more about what we want from something. So that's a sunk cost that I'm not going to get back. Plus, we're going to have to book something at short notice over Christmas. This is sounding expensive and we're still in our first year of travel. So what we actually did is I said to Sarah, look, I'll make this all right. We'll be all right here. Don't worry about that. We went out shopping.
Yeah.
We bought lights, we bought Christmas lights, bought a new shower head. We made an effort.
It was cold in there as well.
Yeah. But so the thing is, I might have spent $200-300 to make that apartment okay. That was money well spent. Because if I hadn't done that, we've lost over $1,000 on that accommodation, and goodness knows what the next one would cost us. Next, don't think the unthinkable can't happen.
We were leaving Greece to go to Turkey, and because we were in Turkey for a couple of months, we decided to send all of our winter clothes back to the UK. Which
was very wise. So what we did is that morning, we boxed it all up, took it to the local post office at about 6:30 in the morning, queuing up outside with everyone else, let that box go off, and then we prepared for our taxi ride to the airport. As we got in the taxi, everything was lovely. It was a nice day.
It was absolutely fine.
As we started driving there was a flurry of snow. By the time we got to the airport, snow like you have never seen. Unbelievable. And in fact, there was one point where the taxi driver thought he wasn't even going to make it. We really recommend, if you've not seen this video, it's probably the most entertaining video we've ever made. Go back and watch it.
It wasn't at the time, I can tell you.
No, but all these videos we're referring to are linked in the description below. So by all means, do go back and have a look at it. But we had a number of issues. First of all, our flight wasn't leaving. No flights were leaving because
it's closed down.
Athens has not seen snow like it.
I think it was 40 years, wasn't it?
40, yeah. Unbelievable. Next thing is, we are stranded at the airport. We've got to rent a car to get away because there's no taxis arriving. And everyone else needs to rent a car as well. It was bedlam. We managed to do it. We needed somewhere to stay. Got to be local because you can't get anywhere else. We managed to do that. Sarah managed to break down in tears. Check the video, I won't bore you with the details. But this is the thing. The unthinkable can happen. You know, we got to Istanbul. That's suffering the worst snow it's ever known as well. So for the first few days there, we're slip-sliding around, going to shops, buying winter clothes, just like the stuff we just sent back to UK. The next one is to keep travel entertaining and fun. Keep changing up your experiences. And we did that with our motor of transport, didn't we? We
did. We hired a car in Turkey to do our Turkish road trip. If I'd have picked up that car, I would have changed it there and then. But you decided it was okay. And it was the most horrendous car I've been in. It was stalling all the time.
Yeah, it was,
and
I think in retrospect,
old. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it from Izmir to Antalya. They wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah, it did have its issues for sure. But I just thought it would be a lot of fun.
It got us to A to B.
When we went to Corrali Beach and we had to get back from Corali Beach, which was a climb in this car, I thought we were going to be stuck there forever. But we managed to get away. But this is it. It's about changing up your experiences. When we were in Mexico, we were getting around by bus.
Yes,
which was wonderful. And then we were driving around by car in Turkey. Whenever we vacationed in the past, we've rented cars, but this is more about, it's almost like we own the car. We had it for 2 months, slow travelling across Turkey. Wonderful experience, really. And when we were in Turkey, we were cycling bikes around. So lots of different modes of transport. We haven't done a train yet.
No.
That's something we need to do. check back next year and you might just see us doing something. We got something in mind. We wanted to have a bit of a laugh in this video because this is the week before Christmas, but I'll tell you what, Sarah has been getting on my back about the fact that in the UK it's snowing at the moment and she's missing the snow and cold from home, and the fact that in a week's time it's Christmas Day and we're here in Malaysia. So we have concerns whether we can truly enjoy Christmas here in Malaysia. And you know what? The only way we're going to find out is with you, and that's by watching next week's video.